Finally tonight, we want to share a moment that touched us. Take a look at this. Hundreds of Israelis near Tel Aviv stood on their balconies last night to sing Israel's national anthem, Hatikva, a moment of pride for a nation in mourning. And the word Hatikva, that means the hope. That is tonight's CBS Evening News. I'm Nora O'Donnell in Tel Aviv. Good night.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 6. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome into a Thursday evening after a sunny day.
Yes, it's been a beautiful Thursday out there.
A little toasty, as we talked about. Close to 80 degrees for temperatures. Things right now are coming down a bit. We're talking about mid to upper 70s right now. A couple of look lives here from I-65, one to the north up toward Cave City. You see the beautiful sun there about to set, and the camera there at I-65 at the Tennessee-Kentucky state border, that accident has cleared up now just past Highway 109. As you can see, traffic is now moving swiftly southward where it was blocked almost an hour ago. For tonight, we're looking at mainly clear skies, a little patchy fog, and a low of 55. I'll take a look at your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Morgan?
All right, Chris, tonight many still concerned with the return of two local church groups working to get out of Israel as fighting there continues. Good news today, the Broadway United Methodist Church group from Bowling Green is one step closer to being home. In a post on social media this morning, the church saying the group has booked flights back to the U.S. The UMC group is one of two local church groups that have been stuck in Israel as a result of conflict that broke out in the country. The second group, River Lake Church out of Glasgow, has made it safely home to Barron County. We spoke to Congressman Brett Guthrie today about a number of issues, including the attacks on Israel, the local groups caught in the conflict, and searching for a way home. Representative Guthrie says he has been in contact with Kentuckians stuck in that area and that he is continuing to work with fellow lawmakers to understand how to better protect Americans caught in an attack overseas.
Well, when you hear from the people on the ground, it wasn't going well. And I know our men and women in our State Department in Israel are probably overwhelmed and working hard, but we need to figure out what went wrong and how we can help people further. And we need to figure out how to do it better. And I'm going to meet with them and learn and bring that to the table so we can make it better for if it ever happens. I hope it never does, but if it happens to someone else.
We will continue to follow all developments on the attack in Israel, including action from Kentucky lawmakers. The first gubernatorial debate will be televised statewide on Monday. Current Democratic Governor Andy Beshear and Republican Attorney General Daniel Cameron will square off on the campus of Northern Kentucky University starting at 6 o'clock. The debate will feature questions from 3 Kentucky journalists and will address issues that face everyone in the Commonwealth. News 40 was able to sit down with the debate moderator who explains what he hopes people can get out of this debate.
We really want to get to the heart of issues that are affecting everyone in the Commonwealth, and we want to get a little bit of specificity. You know, one of the things I think I hear from people all the time is that they hear a stump speech and they're like, yeah, they gave me the talking points. We're trying to get a little deeper than that to try and really give you a better understanding of where these candidates are coming from, not just what their platform is.
The debate will air in Bowling Green right here on NBC 40 starting at 6 o'clock on Monday night. The Warren County Election Task Force is taking election education to a whole new level. The judge executive sees a need for voting and the decrease in numbers. He understands that members of Warren County might need some assistance. So he gathered county leaders to discover the areas to break language barriers and provide transportation to help spread knowledge on voting and increase voter turnout.
The bottom line is, for every 100 registered voters, when only 20 show up, I don't know how we can make the changes that sometimes we think we want to make, but yet no one wants to go to the polls to exercise their right that's given to them by this country. And so our objective is, we can't fix a lot of things in the country, but we can hopefully fix things in Warren County, Kentucky.
The goal of this task force will be engaged through this election and the 2024 election. For more information, visit WNKY.com later tonight. Well, nearly 9,000 United Auto workers at the Ford truck plant in Louisville, Kentucky joined the nationwide strike last night. Drew Gardner has more details.
On Wednesday, United Auto workers at Ford's Kentucky truck plant moved from the assembly line to the picket line. It's the latest targeted strike against Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis as the union works to negotiate a new contract with the big three automakers.
We've been here over 20-something years, and we have not had a raise since 2008. And we just been set same rate. So I'm happy.
Troy and Patricia Trowell met at the plant where they helped build the Ford Super Duty pickups along with the Ford Expedition and Lincoln Navigator. They aren't happy to be on strike losing money, but say they can't afford to lose any more in this new contract.
You know, after every contract, I'm pissed. I'm mad because nothing is done.
For us to come to work every day and for the billionaires to continue to build off of off of our sweat, and we don't get what we deserve, it's just not fair.
UAW President Shawn Fain officially called for the strike at 5:30 Wednesday evening after negotiations with Ford reached a stalemate. In a social media post, Fain said, "It's time for a fair contract at Ford and the rest of the big three. If they can't understand that after 4 weeks, the 8,700 workers shutting down this extremely profitable plant will help them understand it." An hour later, workers were walking off the job.
Right now, all of our picket duty captains are working on calling their 15 down line, right? So we can have our people lined up for the gates for 4-hour bands.
In a statement, Ford called the move irresponsible, saying in part, the UAW leadership's decision to reject this record contract offer and strike Kentucky truck plant carries serious consequences for our workforce, suppliers, dealers, and commercial customers.
Well, in more local news now, it's official. Green is fall's favorite color. At least that's what the city of Bowling Green will tell you. Check out the all-new Go BG Transit. The city unveiled not only a new look for the public transit, but a new focus, too. Officials say the affordable transit service offers residents 190 stops throughout the community with access to medical facilities and a grocery store on every route.
We're going to be pushing out content and videos, how-tos, and understanding that transit is a service that is available for everyone in the community. It's a safe, reliable, affordable transportation alternative in Bowling Green.
Go BG Transit runs 5 days a week from 6 to 6. For more information, visit letsgobg.com. Well, the Aviation Heritage Park celebrated the opening of a new addition to their facility, the River Rats. It's a group of retired military aviators, mainly from the Vietnam War, has taken over the upstairs of the museum, showcasing the accomplishments of the members of the group from Southern Kentucky. The event featured multiple flyovers and a rappelling exercise featuring a K-9 from a Kentucky State Patrol helicopter.
Essentially, this is trying to honor the legacy of the men and women who fought during the Vietnam War. Very specifically, those that went and flew what's called North in North Vietnam, and to remember the POWs that were held and the missing in action that never came home.
The Heritage Museum is now fully open. The events for the River Rats meeting continue throughout the weekend. Last night, the Jordan's Way Tour made a stop at the Butler County Animal Shelter, hoping to raise more money. A 3-hour live stream took place last night on the Jordan's Way Facebook page. The shelter has close to $10,000 raised through this event. Local police officers and the community came out to support the shelter and their pets by giving them treats and through crazy dares like getting waxed and throwing buckets of water onto others. However, the shelter still has a ways to go before they reach their goal.
People can donate tonight, tomorrow, the next day. This number will get over 10,000 by the end of tonight. I promise you that. We're going to keep on sharing. We're going to keep tagging our friends. It's my first year here. You guys are now 325 from 10,000. It's still going up.
If you'd like to donate to the Butler County Animal Shelter, head to their Facebook page for more information. Well, this weekend, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, a monster movie marathon in downtown Bowling Green. And during this year's Harvest Festival, you can enjoy a few monster movie classics at the Capitol Theater. And while we can't say exactly what will be shown on the silver screen Saturday afternoon, perhaps you can guess from a few of these clues.
They're films that I'm really excited to show, featuring different creature features. We've got vampire films, some man-made monsters, some creatures from the deep.
Grambling says she hopes to see plenty of traffic throughout the day during the Harvest Festival. The 4 films will play starting at 11 a.m. with the final film starting at 6 o'clock. Entry is free for everyone. Well, still to come on News 40 at 6, House Republicans are continuing closed-door meetings today, trying to settle on one House Speaker candidate. Latest details from Capitol Hill in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back after the break with a full look at our forecast. That's coming up next.
WNKY News 40. Broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby.
Come back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, ma'am. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JV.
On behalf of the Bowling Green Area Chamber of Commerce, we'd like to welcome our newest partners. We'd like to encourage you to support all of our partners at the Bowling Green Area Chamber of Commerce.
Bowling Green Fireplace and Grill.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan's fee is free. If you don't win your case, you pay nothing. It's easy. Just dial Pound Law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. I think I'm starting to get this.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing the new Xumo Stream Box from Spectrum. Now, you can watch your favorites, including live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular apps all in one place. Find what you want, faster and easier than ever with our advanced search feature. It's streaming simplified. Get the new Xumo Stream Box free for 12 months when you add Spectrum TV. Visit spectrum.com/Xumo or a Spectrum store today.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/Soki Survivor.
CBS celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, on this beautiful Thursday.
Yeah, I hope everybody got to enjoy today, because tomorrow, even though it's going to be mainly dry, we're going to see an increase in clouds, and by tomorrow night, it looks like we'll get some rain. Then the cooler air starts to take over for the weekend. But good news is I don't think it's going to rain so much on Friday night football games. Some of that rain has been pushed back until later tomorrow night. We've seen a few fair weather clouds today, but nothing on the radar scans, and everything is looking good, even the satellite view this afternoon and evening. We did make it to 79. We almost hit 80 degrees officially at the airport for the day. 74 the normal, so a 5-degree difference there. 50 was our low this morning. That's right on the money as far as where we should be for a low temperature this time of the year. Currently, the temperature is 74 at the airport with an east wind at 5, humidity 53%. The dew point starting to come up just a little bit because of that warm front that passed through last night and some available moisture that's down south of us right now. Temperatures 74 here. You got 78 Hartford, 75 over in Madisonville, 72 in Glasgow, 74 in Edmonton right now. The current map here, next 40 hours showing that warm front. We've got moisture to the south that's going to head north, and then we've got moisture to the west around a low pressure system and cold front. Some severe weather possible out there again today and tonight as that system moves across. But I guess the whole encompassing thing about this whole system is that it's going to get weaker as it moves east because we've got the high pressure ridge over us that's going to eat away at a lot of this instability. So yeah, there's rain back here to the west and there's rain to the south, but by the time the two meet right over southern Kentucky, it's going to lose a lot of its energy. So that means by the time we get into tomorrow night, early Saturday morning, there will be rain, but it'll be mostly light rain and lined up along and east of Interstate 65. And then with the cold front coming in by Saturday morning, a few leftover showers will come through. I don't anticipate any kind of instability that would cause thunderstorms. So good news for you coaches and everybody doing football tomorrow night. Yeah, there might be a little bit of light rain, but you don't have lightning to worry about with this system. It's just going to be some light rain breezing on through. The winds will pick up, and especially Saturday morning as the cold front comes through, it'll be cloudy, breezy with a few leftover showers. Hey, I wanted to show you this Saturday's partial eclipse. I know a lot of people are talking about it, but as you know, the real path of this thing is going to be out in the desert southwest. We're only going to see a 50% or maybe 60% coverage here in southern Kentucky. About midday on Saturday will be the peak, that ring of fire, but you still need special glasses to view it. Even with some clouds and all of that, you're not going to see the whole thing, but at least you'll get a partial view of that maybe on Saturday. 55, mainly clear, patchy fog tonight, and then tomorrow we are going to see an increase in clouds, 77, best chance of rain tomorrow night into Saturday morning, and then just scattered showers and turning colder once we get into the beginning of next week. And here's what's coming up tonight on CBS 40.
I usually vote Republican, but I'm also voting for Andy Beshear. I definitely feel that Kentucky's moving forward under Andy's leadership. He brings great ideals to the floor. Andy's the guy that's been bringing the two parties together. Beshear's brought a lot of good jobs to the state of Kentucky. He makes sure that the police have everything they need to keep us safe. Andy cut the income tax. That's a big deal, huge deal. I voted for Trump because I felt he was putting the American people first. I'm going to support Andy because I do feel he's putting Kentucky first.
As a dad, protecting children is my priority. But Governor Andy Beshear's actions are endangering our children. Beshear vetoed a bill that would have protected women by keeping biological men out of girls' sports. Beshear also vetoed a bill that would have protected Kentucky children from gender-mutilating surgeries. Beshear has more in common with California liberals than Kentucky families. Keep Kentucky kids safe. Kick Governor Beshear out of office.
Protect Freedom PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Enjoy a great lunch with a different food truck every week and help support our local charities.
Join us for Food Truck Fridays at the Tidballs parking lot on Chestnut Street. Part of your lunch purchase will be donated to a local nonprofit by Flora Templeton Stewart and our food trucks.
Food Truck Friday has collected over $10,000, making a difference in our community.
Brought to you by the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! A home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
At Abound Credit Union, we're for free checking and early paydays. We're for relaxing weekends and exciting days off, making memories and doing more. Because Abound is for free checking that gets you paid up to 2 days early. That's value for living.
Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidballs parking lot. This week's food truck is Stony Brook Farms. To benefit CASA of South Central Kentucky, see the full lineup at WNKY.com.
House Republicans are having more meetings today to try to settle on one House Speaker candidate. With GOP lawmakers withholding their support, Majority Leader Steve Scalise is short at least 10 of the votes he needs to become Speaker. Natalie Brand has more details from Capitol Hill.
House Republicans pick for Speaker Steve Scalise is meeting with members and trying to firm up the support he'll need to get elected on the House floor.
We get everybody in a room together, not individual meetings. I'm not cutting any deals. I want to meet in front of all of our members, answer every question, and just continue to work through to unite and bring our conference together.
Scalise narrowly defeated Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan during a secret ballot vote on Wednesday. A day later, House Republicans remain divided, despite Congressman Jordan on Thursday urging members to unite behind Scalise.
That's Jim being a team player, but like I said, I think there was a significant mistake made yesterday by trying to steamroll a good faith effort to try to get this right.
Republicans are trying to work out their issues behind closed doors before a public vote. They're hoping to avoid the 15 rounds it took for former Speaker Kevin McCarthy to get elected in January.
January was a coronation, and it was difficult. This is a competition, and it's going to be even more difficult.
But time is not on their side. Foreign Affairs Committee Chair Michael McCall calls the GOP infighting a dangerous game.
Our adversaries are watching us, and Israel is watching. They need our help.
The White House says the sooner there's a new speaker in place, the sooner they can move on an aid package for Israel. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Well, stay with us. Sports is next.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day, News 40 sunrise way. I'm waking up my day, WNKY. Yeah, we're the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day, the News 40 sunrise way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
I'm a native Kentuckian. What I love about Kentucky is its people, its hardworking people. To hear Daniel Cameron say that he's going to take away health care from 95,000 Kentuckians, these are people with jobs, working parents. How does taking health care away make our state better? Cameron is just recycling old Matt Bevin policies. I don't think he understands me, don't think he understands my family. A governor should look after people, not go after their health care. Daniel Cameron is just wrong for Kentucky.
Looking for a convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness.
You know it.
Now through October 13th, you can join for just $1 down, $10 a month. We've got over 2,400 locations with most open 24 hours. Join now to enjoy free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Whether you're new to a gym or a fitness pro, the judgment-free zone is the place for you. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Cancel anytime. Deal ends October 13th. Oh yeah, that's the energy.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. You don't even have to leave your couch. Done. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. Now back to this.
I usually vote Republican, but I'm also voting for Andy Beshear. I definitely feel that Kentucky's moving forward under Andy's leadership. He brings great ideals to the floor. Andy's the guy that's been bringing the two parties together. Beshear's brought a lot of good jobs to the state of Kentucky. He makes sure that the police have everything they need to keep us safe. Andy cut the income tax. That's a big deal, huge deal. I voted for Trump because I felt he was putting the American people first. I'm going to support Andy because I do feel he's putting Kentucky first.
As Joe Biden destroys our economy, Andy Beshear defends him.
I don't want to be critical of what the president's doing because at least he's trying. We at least ought to give the president some kudos.
And a big thanks also to Governor Andy Beshear.
He's trying to help us.
Biden's bankrolling Beshear's re-election, funneling $250,000 in donations. Beshear and Biden, or Trump and Daniel Cameron. Trump's choice, our champion. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this ad.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
Welcome to sports. The 4th Region Soccer Championships are set for tonight. On the girls' side, the Bowling Green Lady Purples will square off against the Greenwood Lady Gators at Warren Central. And over at the pit, the South Warren Spartans and Warren Central Dragons will battle it out. Be sure to tune in at 10 p.m. for recaps of both matches and see who punches their ticket to the state tournament. And on the collegiate pitch, WKU soccer returns home after losing to the UTEP Miners this past weekend 1-0. The Tops will face off against La Tech, the Bulldogs, who have yet to see a conference victory this season. WKU sits 6th in the conference, while La Tech is in 8th. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. at the WKU soccer complex. The WKU volleyball team is set to take on New Mexico State for the first time in almost 20 years. This weekend in New Mexico, the Tops are perfect in conference play this season and will look to build on that against the Aggies. The team is in action on Friday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 1 p.m. ahead of the road match. Head coach Travis Hudson had this to say.
I'm not concerned about where our team is. We're awfully good. We've had a good year, but we're just worn down a little bit right now, both mentally and physically. And so, you know, hopefully we can get, if we can get through this weekend, then I think, you know, we're at home for 2 of the next 3, and, you know, we can just really get back into the weekend schedule of things. But just trying to hang in there and get rested more than anything else.
Well, Barron County High School now, as they will be hosting an open practice for WKU men's basketball tonight. New head coach Steve Lutz and the team are gearing up for the 2023-24 season, which is just around the corner. Hear from the team after the open practice tonight at 10. The WKU football team is gearing up for a midweek matchup against the Jacksonville State Gamecocks next Tuesday night. The Tops will take their 4-2 record to JSU Stadium, winners in just 1 of their 3 road games this season. Ahead of the Tops matchup with the Gamecocks, coach Tyson Helton spoke on how his team has adapted to playing midweek games.
Haven't been affected too much by the weekday schedule. I really like, you know, not just our team, but man, the past 2 days I've got to watch all of Conference USA play. Yeah, that's awesome. You can turn on the TV. Our Conference USA is being well represented on multiple networks, and that is awesome to see.
In our football frenzy game of the week for week 9 is at South Warren as the Spartans host the district rivalry matchup against the Bowling Green Purples. The Spartans were in action last week against the Moore Mustangs, winning 48-15, moving to 6-1 on the year, while the Purples, like the majority of teams, were off last week after winning 4 straight and holding a 5-2 record. In last year's matchup, it was all Purples as they won 34-0 ahead of this year's contest. Spartans head coach Brandon Smith and Purple's head coach Mark Spader spoke on how the teams are preparing for each other.
The atmosphere on game nights when we play is exciting, but at the end of the day, this is a regular season game. It's a district game. It can mean a lot as far as RPI and all that stuff goes, but you know, each of us want to win the game, but at the end of the day, we're we're going to wake up Saturday and we still got a season to play and still have playoffs down the road.
We've had some big matchups. We've played some, some big time programs so far this year, and so kind of you want to see growth. You want to see in those situations and those circumstances, and it'll be a tough game. There'll be adversity, those type of things. So just growth in those areas.
Well, that's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
All right, Maxwell, thank you very much. Well, Chris, I know we just entered fall, but Christmas is right around the corner. Is it too soon, too early to be talking about that? I don't know. Hallmark is already on the ball. They've released their Christmas ornaments for this year. You can order them all through October. Here's a look at some of them now, but amazing to think we're already thinking about Christmas.
Christmas time's coming, Christmas time's coming.
Hard to believe, especially with how warm it was out there today.
Oh, I know. It's like today, almost 80 degrees, but it's not going to last. This evening, mainly clear, and then we'll see overnight lows in the 50s, mainly the mid-50s overnight tonight. So, good evening, a little on the mild side.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you at home for joining us tonight. We will see you right back here tonight at 10.
Good night.
Thank y'all very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do. Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. We got a good one for you today. Returning for their fourth day with a total of $21,755 from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's the champs.